A friend of mine suggested that I recreate a dish I enjoyed on one of my trips, so I'm starting a new series called Replicate Me, and the first in this series is a kale and quinoa salad I had in Nashville, Tennessee. I have one bunch of kale. It's going to end up being about 5 cups of shredded kale because I'm going to finely shred it. Before we do that, I'm going to go over and toast some nuts because I've decided to add some toasted walnuts to this. I'm just toasting that in my pot for about 2 or so minutes. And then I have washed a half cup of quinoa and let that drain completely. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of olive oil to my pan, and I'm going to toast my quinoa for about 2 minutes just to bring out that nuttiness in the quinoa. And then I'm going to salt it with about a half teaspoon of salt and add a half teaspoon of black pepper. And then I'm going to cook that with 1 cup of hot water. If you haven't seen my video on how to cook perfect white rice, I will link it up here. You can watch that, and you're going to be cooking that the exact same way. So while the quinoa is cooking, we will go back over and continue with our salad. I have now finely shredded my kale, and so I'm going to drizzle in about a tablespoon of olive oil. You can also add a half tablespoon of lemon juice or apple cider vinegar, and we're just going to gently massage that into our kale because kale can be kind of tough, so this will help tenderize it. You're going to do it for about 2 minutes, or depending on how tender you want it, you can keep going. And then we're going to set that aside while our quinoa cooks and cools, and then we're going to make our dressing. In my dish here, I have finely grated about an 1/8 cup of fresh Parmesan cheese. I also added 2 tablespoons of lemon juice and 1.5 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. I am going to be mashing a few anchovy fillets. You can certainly leave those out because I know some people don't like anchovies. I'm going to end up using about 1 teaspoon of the paste. Additional ingredients going into the salad: half a cup of the Parmesan cheese, as much or as little of the nuts as you want. And then for sweetness, I'm going to add some raisins and cranberries. So I'm going to mix in the anchovy paste into my mix there. I added some salt and black pepper. I'll mix that in, and then I'm going to drizzle in some olive oil. I'll end up using about 1/8 cup, but you can certainly use more depending on how you want your dressing to taste. I'm going to just whisk that in nicely, and then my quinoa has cooled, so I added that to my kale with some of the cheese. I'm going to add some of the dressing, toss it, taste it, and then add all of the rest of my ingredients, and our salad is good to be consumed. It was so delicious. Give this healthy, delicious salad a shot. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and I will see you in the next video. Happy New Year!